Hello, my name's Greg Morrell and I'm the owner of Morrell Siding and Roofing. I can appreciate that everybody involved in this project is not going to want to climb up on this roof and have a look around. I'm on top of the Great West Kenworth building in Red Deer, Alberta, and I'm going to take you on a little tour of this roof and give you an idea of the scope of the project. So let's get started. Okay, I'm just going to start down at this one end here. If you look, you can see where the dark metal meets the light metal. That gives you a bit of an idea of the scope of the job. This roof that we're standing on right now is approximately 30 years old, and it's had a lot of retrofits and repairs over the years, and it's leaking quite badly. So I'm just going to walk around and show you some of the problem areas. We see this a lot on this roof, where redundant equipment's been removed and the old chimneys have been capped. There's a couple right there, right there. Over in this area you can see that there was some sort of an attempt to coat it, put some sort of a coating on, obviously to stop some leaks, that sort of thing. Here's the ridge cap. You can see that there's been a lot of repairs done in this area to try and stop the leaking. Over here, these are a couple of new HVAC units. And what we got going on here is you can see that the flashing there is on top of the roofing. And when I was over here the other day, there was about 2 inches of water standing in this area. So obviously it's able to get underneath that flashing and into the showroom. These are just above the showroom. There's a couple attempts at repairs there. Here's another really bad area. This is right above the rig that's in the showroom. And you can see that there's been a lot of standing water in this area. Here is an old redundant gas pipe coming through. This unit here, I don't know how old it is, but it's also out of service. You can see that everything's been disconnected there. Now this is just sitting right on top of the roofing. These rails here have been screwed through the roof, and anytime you do that and you get standing water, you have the opportunity for penetration and leakage into the building. So that's obviously been a problem. You can see that that's getting pretty worn. As we walk around here, I don't know if you can see this, but it's quite soft, okay? And then you'll find a hard spot right there, which is a beam or a purling, and these are on about 5-foot centers. This is what we'll be securing the new roofing to. What we got going on here, this is an engineered building, and the roofing panels themselves are part of that system. So to try and remove these to put a new roof on would jeopardize the integrity of the roof, and we certainly don't want to do that. So what we're going to do is install a system, call it a separate roof right over top of this, and then that'll prevent any further difficulties. Over here, this is kind of weird. I don't know what happened here, but there's been a patch job that starts here, and this thing's about 2 feet wide, and it goes all the way down to the end of the building. Problem being, anytime you have exposed screws like this, that's an area where you can get penetration. And a lot of these areas, I don't know if you can see that, there's been standing water. Anytime you get standing water on a seam like that, you're going to get some leakage. And exposed screws go all the way down there. So let's go for a little, oh, here's another. I believe Butch said that this is a redundant unit. Same deal. It's looks like it's just been a bird's nest for some time, but it's just screwed right onto the decking. Low spots everywhere, and water's getting through. A lot of leakage in these two units. This one here, I believe, is the beginning of the shop, I believe. So let's just go on further here. There's some new chimneys there. They're still in service. A couple of plumbing vents over there. Here's another redundant stack, some equipment that's removed in the past. Over here's another redundant stack. We came up here the other day and we counted about 100 different areas where the roof was penetrated. Here's another one. Now this here, I'm not sure what was here, but this is a real problem area. The boys tell me that it leaks so much when it's raining that they could take a shower down in the shop. This is raining down right in the mechanic shop. You can see there some failure of the steel right here. This is where the old shop meets the new shop, and what we've got going on here is it's kind of hard to see. Let's see here. Yeah, maybe. Anyway, once again, lots and lots of screws. What we would do when we integrate the new system is a proper flashing over the other side, no exposed screws, keep everything buttoned up. What do we got here? Another redundant stack. Another redundant stack. Another one. This is on the other side of the shop, and the boys tell me they get a lot of water coming in at this area. What do we got here? Another couple redundant stacks there. Now this is where the old roof meets the new. We'll get a better look at this down at the other end, but let's just say it could be tied in a little bit better. It's just kind of left hanging there. What we need is a proper flashing to come down and tie into the new roof. We could do a little work around this unit, put a curbing in, keep the water out. Here's another area where some attempts have been made to patch. It's quite clear you're getting water in those areas. Around here, here's another example of standing water. So it's leaking down in there. I think it's leaking around this one too. This is kind of another couple redundant stacks there. There's another redundant one. Let's just go over here. I'm not sure what happened here, but here's another attempt at mopping on some sort of water resistant coating. See lots of standing water in there. There's definitely potential for leakage. Another redundant stack there. More mopping all over there. Now this is we're just stepping off of the old roof onto the new roof, which is where the warehouse is. And in the warehouse, the first 10-12 feet, they're getting a lot of leaking into the ceiling and all over the parts. So this is what's going on here. This flashing could definitely be done differently, and what we would look at doing is basically on the new system bringing the flashing over and then tying into this here, so that all of this stuff here is going to be all hidden as it should be. What's happening here is along the wall, they're getting a lot of water sneaking in there, and then what it does is when it gets into the insulation and the plastic in the ceiling inside the building, it travels to various parts of the building, and it eventually gets through the plastic barrier and starts dripping all over the parts. So this is an area that definitely needs to be re-engineered, and you can see it goes on forever. Approximately 13,000 square feet on this roof. This here's not bad, but once again we put a new flashing over there when we put the new system on. Might be worth mentioning that my lead hand on this project is 68 years old, and he's been up on roofs for 54 years. You're not going to find a much more experienced guy. His right hand man has been up on the roofs for about 48 years. So, or no, 42 years, something like that. All the rest of the crew are 20-year plus guys. So there you have it. I hope that gives you a good idea what we're up against here. And let's just get one shot of the old Kenworth sign. There it is. Zoom in. Kenworth. There you go. Cheers.